Welcome again. I don't know about you, but certainly for me, the things that have been happening over the last few months, I find rather disturbing. Apart from the criminality of Ukraine, the Ukraine war, or the barbarity of the Gaza catastrophe, or the horrible occurrence in Sudan, where there are something like 8 million displaced people because of 2 warring generals, or the whole ethnic cleansing and brutality of the military regime in Myanmar. And now we have knives being misused here in Aussie. And I think it's partly that is why the final passage of Monday's text really caught my attention. Because the people asked Jesus, what must we do to do the works that God wants? And Jesus replied in what I thought was a rather strange way until I looked at it more closely, and that was, you must believe in the one that he has sent. That was the answer. So I've had a look at 2 parts of that. The first of all is believe. And what might we understand by believe? And the second is, next week I want to have a look with you at the one he has sent. So today, what do we mean by believe? And there are 3 elements that I want to share with you. The first one is trust. We trust Jesus. We trust in him. And we confide in him. And I think that's central to believe. And it's not as though we have absolute certainty. We don't. We trust. And we call it faith. And faith I consider to be a gratuitous gift towards a relationship. And so we trust. We trust in the one he has sent. But also, we have to get to know him. And we get to know people. As humans, as people. We're not angels, we're not spirits. So we need to spend time with the one we are to get to know. And we know that he is always here. Here. We are not always here. We can often be out there, over there, etc., with distractions, with occupations, with concerns, with fears, with hopes, etc. But we also need to be here to know him. And we call that prayer. And it could be contemplative prayer, centering prayer, meditation. But it's a case of being here with him. It's rather like in our normal life, 2 lovers. They just spend time together. They don't have to be talking. They just have to be together. And so part of this, I think, for us is listening. Listening to what he might say. He might communicate. He might reveal. Okay? So we trust him. And we know him. And therefore, we follow him. And I believe this is part of believing. We follow him because how often does Jesus say, follow me? the invitation he offers is follow me. And we see that so frequently to so many people, and it's the same to us. It's follow me. Because he says that you might be where I am. He says that we might be one, just as the Father and I are one. Jesus all the time inviting us to follow him, to be with him, to share with him. Because we trust him, we know him and his mission and his message, and we follow him. And I believe when we look around the world today, it's not a bad little response to the circumstances in which we all happen to live. All right? So God bless you. Don't forget our YouTube channel, will you? And have a great week with plenty of peace.